Stout said he suffered a broken arm and a jaw in the attack, but Combs says he never broke any part of Stout.
Dick Tracy. Man, Diddy's so bad they had to bring in Dick Tracy, man. I respect the gadget, huh? The Toasted Live is out there in Seattle, Washington on December 12th. You can go to dtmerch.com to buy your tickets. You can go to x1entertainment.com, which is where the tickets are actually being sold. And you can also find a link on doubletoasted.com. So everyone is talking about that Diddy docuseries out there. Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Yeah, people, the chickens have come home to roost. Or intend to freak off. But freaky ass chickens up in there, man. Yeah, the people. Somebody said the great oil spill over here with your boy Diddy.
Oh, leave that man alone.
You know what? I would leave him alone, but why? Curtis Jackson ain't the great 50 Cent out there. Just a troublemaker, Ray. Just stirring shit up.
An imp.
Yeah, man. This docu-series that we have is courtesy of Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, right here. And I want to talk about this because there's a lot of talk about one particular thing with this docuseries. There's one thing that has been getting a lot of focus, or at least leading up to the docuseries, that has been getting a lot of focus. And I saw that and I was like, man, that's the least of what we have to deal with here in this docuseries. Let's go ahead and take a look. Because you're asking, well, what is it? Oh, shut up and get to it. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer first for Sean Combs, The Reckoning. And I will tell you exactly what I'm talking about right after this.
Sean Combs.
That damn Hans Zimmer horn.
Boy, he really let you know who's bringing this documentary to you, too. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Everything in life, you're going to have people that are bad and people that are good. You have to choose your side.
Yeah, you chose yours.
Oh, boy. he didn't tell you which one to pick.
Yeah, niggas exactly right. Yeah. And he picked all the bad ones. Yeah, at least if you watch this docuseries right here, Sean Combs, The Reckoning. And the thing that everyone is talking about, that I'm referring to right now, everyone is talking about how 50 Cent, how he got all that footage. Yeah. There was a bid for all this footage that was out there, and he was the highest bidder. And it's gotten to a point where it's become dramatic with him getting this footage. He alleges, 50 Cent, that Diddy even sent him flowers, which flowers from a gangster.
Oh,
never good.
He didn't want to give him a wrapped fish.
No, that was too obvious.
It's so weird that it's this serious a thing, and then his next thing is being Balrog in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, he can be a video game character and expose the truth at the same time. He's not just one thing.
Yeah, this is a real fatality.
Wrong video game. Also, let me tell somebody to sit down and be quiet. He's trying to jump in the middle of this. Ja Rule, sit your ass down and be quiet.
Man, he really needs to be quiet. Hey, we still thinking about Fire Fest.
Man, you almost killed an island full of millennials, man. You need to be quiet. You and them there. We still ain't forgot about them cheese sandwiches, all right? Be quiet, because he's talking about, man, 50 Cent, you a rat.
A rat?
A rat. Yeah, man. You ain't nothing but a Herman Munster gold post nose rat. And I'm like, okay, first of all, that's just childish.
Yeah.
And second of all, I mean, listen, this dude, I would imagine that 50 is trolling because that's what he does. And he's probably got some self-serving agenda here. He probably does. But at the same time, listen, man, that rat shit goes out the window when you exposing somebody with the accusations and allegations that Sean Combs has.
Right.
Okay? You're talking about a man who's allegedly dealing in sex trafficking, beating people. You know, the guys,
Rape.
You rape. Yeah, come on, man. Sit your ass down. Ain't nobody even ask you. Nobody ask you a goddamn thing. Be quiet. Go make Fire Festival 2.
Plus, Ja Rule looks like a cartoon rat. But plus, if I was him, I'd keep my mouth shut because I don't want to be the next subject.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing going on with him. I'll tell you that right now.
I didn't think anything was going on with P Diddy until like all this stuff started coming off. I think
there have been rumors for a while.
Yeah, but rumors are like not always substantiated.
Yeah, no, that's true. But there
have been a lot of them for a good while.
Yeah, there was a lot to where people like, look, man, we all heard. Everybody know. Let me see here.
It is coming to a point where I've started reaching the thesis that if you were famous in the 90s, you're probably a bad person.
I mean, probably all before that, you know, things.
Oh, it probably gets worse if you go back.
Yeah,
but for sure, it's just because he came out at the same time as like Marilyn Manson came out, and then it's just been like a chain of events. Like I've always had the idea. I was like, oh man, well, it's probably a good thing Tupac and Biggie were not around now. We might have found out some stuff.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that comes out here, man, which we're gonna get into. And by the way, because you talking about he look like a rat, you need to sit your damn Morocco mole looking ass.
Exactly. I said a rat. Yeah, Morocco mole. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Y'all know, right? Look at this. People act like the whole docuseries is a Diddy found footage movie because they're acting like the like 50 Cent finding all this footage that makes up 90% of this whole series, which is 4 hours long because it's four episodes, roughly an hour apiece. So, you know, and they think that a lot of it is from footage that Diddy recorded himself. Thing is, that footage is a small part of what's happening in this docuseries, man. At least from my point of view. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I'm not counting the ratio of Diddy footage to stuff that's old out there. But, you know, man, it's such a small part to me, it seems like, of this docuseries. Man, you almost don't even need it. Because they try to think that this footage for this docuseries that 50 Cent acquired, they thinking that's the incriminating evidence against Diddy. Man, this fool has been incriminating himself for years.
Yeah, because he thought he was untouchable.
Yeah. Man, you don't need no 50 Cent footage. You don't need you don't need no recorded found footage Diddy recordings out there to talk about how crazy this man is. Man, listen, between the news footage that's been out there and all this behind the scenes stuff and all these former friends and former colleagues and former ex-employees that just want to come out and talk shit, you don't need 50 Cent. It was out there. We could have, man, if we wanted to, we could have just recorded a bunch of shit ourselves from the internet or download a bunch of stuff from the internet. And we could have made our own docuseries.
Yeah.
And it would have been just as incriminating as anything 50 Cent or Diddy recorded themselves or acquired.
Okay, so the footage, because I was, only got to watch most of the first episode, and I was like, man, how did they even get this footage? So he paid somebody to film him this whole time, 6 days.
Let me tell you what he did, because there's a dude out there, one of his former bodyguards, said, look, man, let me tell you how this works. And this is, let me see here. This one, the man could tell you himself, because Isaiah sent me the dude talking about it. His bodyguard on Instagram talking about Diddy people over so much because he would hire these young cats to come out here and they were young videographers. And so they would come out and they would follow him around 24 hours a day. And then these guys who are young, they just happy to be around Diddy and they just happy to be going places that Diddy's going to and all, going to cool parties and following this lifestyle around. They would bill him for the hours. They're like, I ain't paying that. And if I do pay it, we're going to slash these hours a lot. And so these guys are like, well, Diddy don't own the footage. He didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
He don't own it.
Yeah.
So whoever the highest bidder is that wants it, we'll get paid from that. Let me see here. This guy on Instagram will tell you.
They come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay.
So there you go. So they're like, you didn't pay.
Yeah.
It's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's 50 cents now.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's how it got out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 50 jumped on this. When he realized that, he jumped on that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, was more than happy to do so. Say what you will about 50 Cent, man, but the man is shrewd.
Sure.
He's looking for an opportunity, especially if he don't like somebody, or if you want to troll somebody. Don't let him troll your ass, man. He will.
That's what I'm saying. Ja Rule, sit down somewhere.
Yeah. Please do. Shit, before you and Secret Squirrel. You better set your mole man ass down somewhere. And plus, man, there's always been rumors out there. That's what I'm talking about. Before 50 didn't, I mean, who didn't? Who didn't hear about Diddy being involved somehow in Tupac's murder?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were all rumors, but they were out there. You know, who didn't hear rumors about his freakiness?
Yeah.
That was kind of ramping up as the years went on, man. You know, and also before 50 Cent had any footage, acquired anything, we saw ourselves what he did to Cassie Ventura.
Yeah.
Shit, TMZ beat everybody to that.
Yeah.
What he did to her in that hotel when he beat her down. So listen, man, it was out there. We don't, man. This thing is just a refresher. This thing is just, this thing is just a highlight reel. You had that. We could have, seriously, we could have combed pun intended, we could have combed the internet and made this ourselves. At least that's how it feels to me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just did the work for us. And when you have it all together, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This guy's, he's not nice.
But he didn't have a father. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's that segment of it is like, well, his dad was a drug dealer who got shot, so he didn't grow up with a father teaching right from wrong. I'm like, there's a lot of people who aren't doing any of this shit.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of people with money who ain't going out and doing gangster shit like he is. And I hate to even say that because I know that's what he aspired to be. Because his father might have been some gangster shit, but he was not. I know his mother raised him around if you go by allegedly raised him around some crazy shit, mm-hmm. which probably had an effect on him. But God damn it, man, you got enough money to buy some sense after a while. I don't care what you say.
Pay a therapist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then you also got enough money to tell people, tell me whatever I want to hear and act like I want you to act. Kiss my ass when I want you to kiss my ass. I will say that there's enough footage here that 50 got. I don't even know how much we've actually seen. But there's enough to make you ask, why the would you do that? Why would you film yourself doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you film yourself saying that? Right, like, for example, right before your arrest, you pulling out $200 million and trying to deposit it in another bank. Why would you put yourself on camera? You, yourself. Why would you?
Is it done in a bravado kind of way? Like, look at all this money that I have.
It's him bragging to his girlfriend on the phone.
Well, that's
talking about like, hey, look, I'm just about to deposit $200 right before I'm about to get arrested.
I'm about to deposit $200 million. What's up, baby?
Okay.
Again, you were so high. Somebody say he's high. Yeah, he's high on himself.
Uh-huh.
Why would you film yourself saying anything like that? Why would you document yourself when the heat is on you? Sometimes your ego gets so high, you got so much money, you got so power, you stupid.
Right. But again, going back to the fact that he's thinking, well, this footage is never going to go anywhere.
It went everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, things like you filming yourself talking to your fans because you got to be out in the street making a good impression, showing how you all about the people, and then talking about, oh, these people are dirty. I got to wipe my hands. You see how many hands I shook today?
Sean was uncomfortable around so many black people.
I'm laughing because everything when him is like, we did it, y'all. When he got the key to the city, he's like, Harlem, we did it.
Yeah.
Look what we did. I'm like, what's this we? I just see you in the limo.
Yeah. And listen, I don't know how much that is true. Like he don't like black people. I don't know, because he's always surrounded by black people. So I don't know how much of that is true, because you got a lot of people who just got a bone to pick with him. But, he does seem like, these old filthy ass, nasty ass people out here. I need some hand sanitizer.
It was only when he needed them.
God, I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath.
Well, New York is pretty dirty.
No, it is. I mean, listen, I know a lot of people who would act like that.
Yeah. He was shaking so many hands.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, man. See, that's the stuff that 50 acquired right there. But there is plenty of news footage to make a mob movie right here. Scorsese could make a movie out of this. This does turn to Black Goodfellas after a while. This is a Scorsese film.
Yeah.
Because the documentary is just putting everything in one place as a strong reminder that this guy's an asshole. Like, he really is a gangster. And throughout the documentary, okay, so this is some of the stuff you probably did not see. Because there's a bunch of gangster shit that happens with this. And some of the stuff you either probably didn't know or slid under the radar, because Diddy's slippery, man. He's slick. A lot of stuff, he just slides out of things, man. It has no real repercussions for things. Doesn't really get punished for things.
Teflon Sean. Huh?
Teflon, I love that. Teflon Sean.
I mean, didn't he get out of most of the charges? Like, I think he only got like 1/10 of everything.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that. Yeah, one charge. He got one charge for apparently trying to bring somebody, transporting somebody for prostitution.
Prostitution across state lines. Or shit like that.
Yeah, look like all that baby oil paid off, man. So, like I said, some of this stuff you might not remember or even know. This dude, he beat up a record executive. Him and a couple of dudes, they beat up a record executive because Diddy was dressed up like Jesus in a video. And some pastor said, you shouldn't be making a mockery of Jesus like that. So he went and asked this executive right here to remove the video and not release it. The executive said, hell with you, I'm going to do it anyway. And,
Puffy and two bodyguards allegedly pummeled Stout with a champagne bottle, telephone, and a chair.
Dick Tracy.
God damn.
Stout said he suffered a broken arm and a jaw in the attack, but Combs says he never broke any part of Stout.
Dick Tracy. Hey, man, Diddy's so bad they had to bring in Dick Tracy, man. I respect the gadget. It is very likely that Diddy and son, I think it's his son, it's very likely that they shot and killed someone in a bathroom while they were recording, I think this last album that Diddy was working on, his album.
We got our headphones on and we're working. Moments later, I hear boom, boom, 2 shots. I'm like, yo. I opened the door and G was in there just bleeding.
And the dude was bleeding to death. And like true gangsters, Diddy went over to this guy who was producing with him at the time, and he said, don't y'all say nothing. You tell them there was no shooting here.
The police did arrive. Puff said, yo, tell them the shooting did not happen here. They were nasty,
Yeah. Lil Rod. Some people say he's known to be a liar. I'll address that in a little bit. Because, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm just, and again, all these are allegations, but I will talk about that in a little bit. Because I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying anything. These are allegations. There's so much going on with this that, who knows, man? I do know, that there were rumors of him being violent. Before Cassie Ventura, he, in the docuseries, there's talk of him beating his ex-girlfriend, Misa Hilton, I think is her name. Well, they had to pull him off of her. Again, rumors. There's also a lot going on with this whole thing with Tupac. And again, who knows? But they put more. There's enough out there to fuel those rumors even more now. Because with Tupac, everybody's heard that he had some involvement. There's a long testimony from this. And the guy you already heard that he was arrested for Tupac's murder. This guy Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. They do a long testimony here where he tells the cops, like, yeah, Diddy offered me $1 million to kill Tupac and Suge Knight.
Oh.
And as y'all know, the shooting went down. Tupac died. Suge Knight did not. So this guy was saying that they were going to get paid only $500,000 since Suge Knight lived. I don't even think the money got to them. It went to somebody else, and it was never delivered. But it's funny. Listen, it's just funny how he gave. I mean, it's a long testimony in the docuseries.
There's no video of Puff Daddy saying anything like that.
No, not in him.
Okay.
Just this guy saying it. It's long and very detailed. It goes long, and then later on he's like, "Yeah, I was under duress."
Oh yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
That's kind of suspicious, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, I will tell you this again. I'm going to address how these are allegations because nobody really has a solid, except for the people who were there, a solid truth as to what happened with some of these things. But I will say that
so he was smart to send the videographers home sometimes.
Occasionally, yeah.
Or maybe it was because it was the 90s and that big ass camcorder.
Today, holding cell phones. But it gets so crazy that Diddy, man, he becomes a Marvel villain. He's the kingpin. Like, I'm talking about the kingpin in the comic books.
Right.
He becomes him because, listen, I've never heard the word allegedly used so much as with Diddy right now, man. Because all these here's the thing, whether some of these things are true or not, man, there are all these violent incidents that happen. And this fool is always in the background.
Sure.
He's always in the shadows.
Pulling the strings
or lurking, or he just happens to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, brother, all this violence follows you everywhere.
Right.
And you just happen to be there.
And somehow you're not involved in any of it.
Yeah, what is going on? There's something happening. Because either he's in the shadows or he is directly causing it some way or another. Because there was this celebrity basketball. Now, I was in the first episode.
Yeah.
There was a celebrity basketball game that he wanted to put on. Back when he was first starting out, he was working with another label with Heavy D and all these other people. Now, if you know hip hop from back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. Dougie Fresh and all these people, man. Yeah. It was called City College in New York City, man. He over promoted this event, and there was a stampede that happened. People died.
Yeah.
Now he caused that, and there were a lot of victims who were suing. Now, it is mysterious that somehow he did not have to pay anything. There was nothing, there was no repercussions for him.
Well, how did they determine it was his fault?
Because he was the one that promoted.
Right.
Yeah, he over promoted. And then
Yeah. No, I saw that part, but I was wondering, like, so what is over promoting?
Oh,
did he oversell the venue?
Yeah, he oversold the venue.
Oh, okay. So people had tickets to go in, and there wasn't enough room for him.
It wasn't enough room for him, and these kind of people.
Well, it was saying that it was sold out, but people would do the thing where you bum rush the show. Yeah. So they all kind of poured in, even though it was sold out and didn't have tickets.
Yeah, he shouldn't have stole that many tickets, though. And
didn't this just happen to Travis Scott at the
it did. Yeah, there's certain things where, man, you listen. It can be debated to what level of accountability, but you control that situation. There's some level of accountability that is there.
Right.
And these people were suing because they said you knew that this wouldn't hold that many people. You did not have the proper security in place to prevent this. So you see what I'm saying? Man, think about this. Anybody else, people get sued for this shit all the time.
Oh, I know. But usually there's a corporation or company they can sue. When it's an individual,
it's an umbrella corporation or something that allows them to have indemnity from the situation or whatever it's called. It's it's not me. It's I'm working under them because if it's suing the one person, that one person's not gonna have money to pay all these.
People. And and I think he was had formed Bad Boy at the time, or Bad Boy when he formed it was something that could be a target. And this is what happened allegedly.
Sean walks in. He had a baseball bat. He wanted me to sign my 25% over. He wants it now.
I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not.
He had sold at the time. He wants that 25% back, but at the time when he was when people were coming after him, he gave 25% of the stock to that dude right there that helped him form Bad Boy, and then he gave some stock to his mother, so that if anybody was coming for him, he didn't have any stock to get sued with. And now he just wanted it back from this dude right here. So, he was trying to, I don't know how much it worked or not, but he was trying to cover his ass. It seems like so that he wouldn't have to have any accountability for this. And and people saying, who knows where, and I think he was on the LLC for whatever was going on at the time, or he had some level of responsibility for this. So
it seemed like it was a thing where he felt real bad, and then later he was like, hey, none of this was my fault.
Yeah, exactly. Again, all this, man, shady shit just follows this dude all the time. Why are you always in the middle of some violent, crazy shit? He was at a club when he was dating. This is in a docuseries, and I remember when this happened. He was dating Jennifer Lopez, and he told the press and told people that I don't own a gun, I don't carry a gun. But yet somehow he's at a club. There's a shooting that goes on. It's rumored that he fired the shot, but he was hanging out with this other artist, Shine. And this dude ends up taking the rap. And he gets sentenced 10 years. Meanwhile, Diddy's clean.
They probably told her, listen, you take this one when you get out, I'll set you up.
Yeah. People say I oversold tickets in New York. No, the venue oversold tickets in New York. That was not me.
That's what he said.
It was not Corey Coleman. It was Double Toasted Ink. They're two different.
Whoa. Hey, you know me a good time about our sponsor right here. Hey, forget about all that other stuff. Let's talk about, hey, you know what? Worry about your habits. Worry about what you're doing. Because you got some bad habits. You know that. You know which habit I'm talking about. And listen, New Year's is coming. We're already in December right here. New Year's is right around the corner. Some of you are already talking about your resolutions, what you're going to do better. And some of y'all talking about dropping that bad habit. Well, let's go ahead and get a jump start on that. You don't need to wait till New Year's. Let's talk about this now, because Fume is here to help you drop that bad habit. See that right there? It comes with this device here. This device is a fidget-friendly device, because when you try to drop that habit, you all crazy.
Right.
They thought about that ahead of time. So they made it where you could fidget with this right here. Cool thing about this is that they use flavored air pretty much to help you with your habit right here. And I tried it. They sent me the Crisp Mint right there. Ooh, that's some good air. It actually was very flavorful. I like I said, hey man, I could see myself doing this sometimes, and I ain't even got anything I need to fix. I'm perfect. But y'all, you know what you need to do. But you see all those favorite flavors right there. I had the mint, but they got peach. They got black licorice, cinnamon hearts, gingerbread, raspberry, strawberry. All them flavors. I don't know if they have strawberry, but they got raspberry. Folks, no nicotine, no vapor. You know what? Listen, you need to get this now. It's easy to do. If you're trying to kick that habit, break that habit, you're going to thank me for this. You're going to thank me even more when I give you this code right here. Use the code TOASTED to get a free gift with your purchase and begin your overdue breakup with that bad habit. Just go to tryfume.com/toasted. Use that code TOASTED and start the good habit today. I want to thank Fume for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there. I'm never going to break my habit with you. Well, I want to thank you for your support. Shut up, man. That was cool. Man, I tell you what really got me with this. Because all this other stuff, I was like, this ain't no surprise right here. I don't know how much it was true or not, but I'm not surprised by this. But what really got me in this was not that Diddy's freaky, but just how freaky he was, man.
How freaky was he?
Oh, Mark, he was so freaky that... Let me tell you, you ain't ready for it. Man, because all y'all, you little horny bastards out there, y'all trying to watch this for the freak-offs. They don't go into a lot of the freak-off parties. But they get very much.
That's why I watched.
Well, Martin, once you hear about his freakiness, it's enough.
Okay.
It's especially with him and Cassie Ventura. And it gets real graphic. You know, I can't even say what's going on here because if you've been keeping up with all of this, you know, the trial and everything, you probably heard that he had a male escort come in and do some things to spice up their sex life. The escort they had come in was this guy, Daniel Phillip. And again, this is his testimony. These are his words. Who knows how much of it's true or not? But if it's true, ooh, that shit's nasty. And I can't even get as graphic as he's saying right here. I have to stop at a certain point, but you'll get the picture.
The weirdest thing was they used to physically collect my semen in a cup.
You can stop.
Look at him. He's getting it right there. Pardon me, but we're collecting semen right now. I'll be back with you later. Mark just put his head there. Oh, God damn it, the humanity.
Collected my semen for like a year. Yo, what are you doing with my semen?
You don't want to know. And if you know what? If you watch the docuseries, you do know.
Brother. A whole year before you said what y'all doing? Come on.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's gonna do all this freaky shit with them and give them the semen for a year and then come back and go like, man, they were weird. I don't know what that was about.
Well, he got used to it after a while. You know, his line of work, man. He's seen it all.
Man, what are you doing with my semen? Should have been at least the second time.
No. It took 6 months for him to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. 6 months for him to think it, and another 6 months to actually ask the question. God damn. But if I was interviewing him, I'd be like, whoa, stop. Let's back this up.
You know, by the way, what would you be doing with said semen?
Now you think it was weird? Now that we're talking to you, that whole time you were participating, in
that baby oil. Always baby oil. So much baby oil. Everywhere this man went.
It's very versatile.
Yeah, man.
But there was also an evidence photo of 5 bottles of baby oil and lubricant sitting in the bathtub by the drain.
You know, that's why that brother looks like he does now, because that's why he dried up.
He's dried up.
That's why he dried up, because he ain't got the source of his life.
Well, all this time everybody's like, oh, he's so freaked with the baby oil. Maybe he has a skin condition and he needs it.
Or like I said, maybe that's his life force.
Right.
Shit, he don't rub it. He drinks it like an elixir. The source of my Diddy powers.
This is how I stay young.
Yeah.
And flexible.
The moment he stopped drinking that shit, his afro got dry, got all gray.
No.
He got all ashy.
Shedding skin like a snake.
Yeah, that was his life force. Baby oil was such a big part of his life, or it was his life, that they started to what do you call it? Oh man, they started to spike a dose of the baby oil.
What?
You can do that?
Yeah, apparently you can. They started making extra strength baby oil infused with drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, they would spike it.
Oh, I see.
They would spike the baby oil.
Yeah.
He was always high. I don't think I ever encountered Puff at a time where he wasn't high out of his face. They used to lace the baby oil with GHB. A good session that lasted 3 or 4 days, we'd go through 10 bottles of baby oil.
Drugged spiked baby oil.
Oh, that's why he was addicted to it.
Yeah.
Because it had shit in it. Okay.
Yeah. And then the documentary shows you,
sense.
he was high, like as life went on, because before he was like, I'm clean, I don't want no alcohol and drugs around me. Shit, now all he wanted was alcohol and drugs around him.
No, I remember a time when you said that too.
Oh yeah, look at me now. Shit, I'm high right now. Shit, I was Diddy one time.
Have you thought about using Fume?
to get off those drugs. Hey man, if I use that Christmas flavor, but man, he was in the studio high as man. You can just see him peeking and tweaking and grinding his teeth.
I like to have a good time. Ladies want to have fun. Ladies want to celebrate. I like celebrating life, you know? Yeah, man.
Tweaking.
Yeah.
got that tweaking back and forth.
Yeah,
grind his teeth.
Unless he just ran 5 miles, he shouldn't be doing all this.
He ran through 5 miles of baby oil. Is what he did.
Wow.
Spiked, drugged up baby oil. Yeah, man. I like ladies.
I love ladies.
It's probably bad that my only experience, because I did not really ever like his music or anything, is Get Him to the Greek. And that looks like a scene out of Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says. He was not acting.
I know. It's always like the actors playing like a dark version of themselves. He was like, no, I get to be free in this movie.
Unleash the beast.
So I attract the ladies, you know. Ladies want to have fun. Ladies want to celebrate. I like celebrating life, you know.
I feel like the camera pan. It's Jonah Hill being like,
Spectrum just he said, you know what the funny, they pan down, he from the dick down, he's just soaking in baby oil. He's in a damn sauna of baby oil, a hot tub of baby oil.
Wooden barrel just.
Somebody said his ass is fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, that looks like that would be the last time you ever saw him.
I mean, it looks like his heart is about to just pop out his chest, like a guy doing them chest busters and aliens.
So I attract the ladies, you know. Ladies want to have fun. Ladies want to celebrate. I like celebrating life, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, shit. By the way, that's high dialogue right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, shit. Ladies love me. and that's that one line. Yeah, man. that is a high piece of dialogue if ever I heard. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it looks like next, like, all right, fellas, what we doing? Hey, come on, let's go hit the club.
Yeah. Oh, you sit your ass there. Somebody get this man some water.
Yeah, some orange juice.
Yeah, hose his ass down. Somebody get the water hose. Spray his ass down right now before he explodes. Yeah, nobody act like that when they like you said, unless they just ran 5 miles, and even then they don't sit up there and talk like that.
Right.
They go take a shower and shut.
Yeah, they'll start slowing down. He's not slowing down.
Yeah. Somebody said that's Corey after them Celsius drinks. Shit, that was me before I started today.
So I attract the ladies, you know.
Yeah, boy.
That dude went back 3 hours to make that joke. I forgot you drank a Celsius to start this show.
Yeah. I thought that was just you. After everything Diddy did, he's serving 50 months, like we said. He's doing it for transporting an individual for prostitution. That's what they got him on. Near the end of the docuseries, you kind of, man, listen, you want to be fair, and you want to say, hey, look, maybe you have to be one of the jurors to really know how they came up to that decision. And you, like, they had one Indian dude, you can tell he don't know nothing about Diddy. In fact, the way he was talking, I don't have a clip of it, but if y'all saw, you know what I'm talking about, because he was trying to explain why he came up with his decision, and he's like, you had one hand that claps the other hand and making the noise, and it's like, okay, you don't know nothing about no Diddy. I believe you.
Okay.
But they did have one juror there, because you want to get them the benefit of the doubt. There is one juror there that I don't know, man. I don't want to be judgmental about this person, but I did feel like maybe this is the way she's coming across.
Mm-hmm.
A little fan struck.
Oh.
Just a little bit, because she's smiling through the whole thing. She talked about how she was a fan of Diddy, and she talked about, I even love these bands nobody heard of, and I don't know, man. Plus she's looking like she was influenced by Diddy.
By his stardom.
By him looking back.
Oh,
he had all those core sketches where he's looking at people and nodding his head. And it looks like, she's trying to make it seem like it's no big deal, but it sounds like you were influenced by them, or by him.
I thought you wouldn't
get
selected
at that
point.
There were times where he would feel strongly, I guess, for something and would nod. And sometimes look over to us like, can you believe they said that?
Sound like you were influenced.
Yeah, no kidding.
Somehow. And he still look high as hell.
He does. Every shot. Even in that big suit.
Yeah. Man, so you take away the violence, the freakiness. And this is what I'm talking about with, some of these people who might be considered making false accusations, lying, or might be considered untruthful people. But you still have all these testimonies from, again, ex-friends, ex-employees, ex-colleagues. And I mean, and just with these testimonies, just with some of this footage, you see how he treated people like shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did, man. He got off on bullying. He got off on intimidation. He got off on just using his power to just demean people. Man, they had a show, Making the Band. And that show was about him just kind of just pushing these people because he could. Y'all go get my cheesecake. Y'all walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn, go get my cheesecake. I don't want to come back dry, brittle. I want first person bring me my cheesecake. You get a point or something. I don't know. And it was just, so he made all these people just do these demeaning things in the name of, well, if you really want it, this is what you go through to get it.
Oh,
this is like a test to see how bad you really want it. Maybe, but it was just him just pushing people around because he could.
Yeah.
Just intimidating people because he could. And like I said, maybe some of these accusations are false, but there's so many people that he cheated, mistreated, didn't pay. Over 50 accounts, close to 100. It was 100 at one time. I think it's down to 77 accusations that are actually being considered now. But sexual assault accusations, like with this chick right here, Aubrey O'Day, who says I might have been sexually assaulted and I was knocked out. I didn't even know until somebody told me.
Mm-hmm.
All these, there's so much. At some point, it's like, yeah, listen, all this stuff doesn't come out unless something's going on. If nothing else, you are not a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a sick guy, man. You just get that. If anything else, you just abuse your power. There's something wrong with you. Even when the documentary starts out and kind of inspirational, they talk about how hard he worked, how much he went on his grind, how much he was willing to sacrifice to succeed. And then you listen to that and it's like, wow, that's cool. And then then it's followed up with like, yeah, and he turned around and slapped his mama. I was like, oh shit.
And I saw him put his hands on her, call her a bitch, and slapped her.
Now she's saying that didn't happen, so who knows? But still, the fact that you even think like, yeah, he could,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. We get firsthand testimonies from some unreleased footage from long ago. But a lot of stuff, like I said, I was going around way before 50 Cent, man. We all do this. And listen, man, there's just some of these testimonies, you see the people and the anguish on their face. And you know that they're not lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they are not even just hurt. They're just angry. They're hurt.
Yeah.
There's
damaged.
Damaged. Yeah, there's one dude. All these people feel that they were just, there's somebody they trusted at one time. There's somebody they work with, and they're just hurt that this person came in and just used them and double crossed them. There's one dude named Mark Curry who rapped on a lot of stuff that Diddy did. He co-wrote or he wrote one of his biggest hits for the Godzilla soundtrack, "Come With Me," which is a silly ass movie and a silly ass song, if you ask me. But it was
it's all Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, but hey, he wrote the lyrics for it, and and he did show like if you do the lyrics right, it'll go hard. But this guy, he sums it up. You could just see the pain on his face, and I'm not even trying to be funny with this, but this is the last thing, one of the last things they closed the docuseries with. And I looked at that and I said, that's real. That, if anything, that sells just how much this man hurt people.
It hurts. I hope he's getting everything he got coming to him, man. Sucker ass nigga.
I'm not trying to be funny, but
that says it all.
Does I not say?
Yeah. I hope I can make it out of his life without anybody calling me that.
Oh, it's too late. I'm sorry, man. I was just talking about you last night, man. And like I said, that's what I get from this. I don't know how much is true and how much is not true, but there's enough there for me to believe that this man, he just, if nothing else, he just, in his power tripping, in his ego tripping, in his narcissism, he hurt a lot of people. And he's just he's so corrupted by his own power that he's not a good person. I truly believe that. I mean, we have enough to already show us that. We see how he beat Cassie Ventura. You know, we see how he's ripped people off. There's recordings of him, crossing people, man, and cheating people. So yeah, this dude, man. All you people out there kissing his ass just because he's a celebrity, you too. You know.
So we spent an hour so you could say that.
Suck ass. Yeah. Well, people ask me what my opinions were on the docuseries.
I know. No, of course. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. See, that's why I called you that. Let's see, man. Somebody ran with.
So, do you recommend the docuseries? Like, is it a good watch or?
It is. It is to see everything. There's a lot that goes on here.
Do you think that 4 episodes was too much?
No, I think it was enough.
Okay.
It's an hour away from just being a movie.
Yeah.
They could cut an hour. I don't know.
Well, no, it's 4 hours because they're all an hour.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they had cut an hour, it's basically a movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's that everything in it is important. I didn't see it, so you did.
Well, I would say that, okay, so to watch it all, I couldn't even put everything in there. And I will say, man, there are some people where I believe that he cheated so many people that I believe that a lot of people, there's a level of truth to what they're saying that they were f***ed over by this guy. Now, how much to believe, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't even want to say who, but there's a couple of people I'm like, I just don't know. Like you might be, this might be an exaggeration. Or maybe you're trying to get something out of this, or you're jumping on this because you can, because he pissed you off some kind of way. He might have fired you because you really were not doing your job. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, there's some things where I can't say. Even, some of the things where he killed somebody, do I know? I don't know. But,
well, I know that in the part I saw in the early part, there's a woman who talked about him, having sex with her while she was knocked out and then filming it and then showing it to people at parties. And she seemed legit.
Yeah. Man, listen, it didn't make me question the Cassie Ventura thing because there's no way in hell that he should have been beating that girl like that. There's none at all. Now, the jurors say that, she kept going back to him afterwards.
That regardless of that.
No, yeah. I mean, that shouldn't have that's a crime that he did.
Yeah.
That should have no bearing on that. But, I don't know. She did probably, at this point, maybe she's into him more than she's coming across because doing all that freaky shit, out of all the things that they said that they did, the sex acts, the semen, the baby oil fused with drugs. Out of all that shit that they put out there, they put up something that said Diddy and Cassie deny having drug-infused baby oil. I was like, that's all? I mean, out of all this shit, I said, that's the most normal thing in that shit. You don't want to refute anything else? So they, it looked like they were both kind of getting that freak on. Now, I don't know how much she was under the influence or how much power he wielded over her to make her do those things. But, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know, man. So there's things that you can't question here, but like I said, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt because I do believe that he's a bad person. I just do. All right.
So like a top 3 scumbag of all time?
I mean, we might have to count. There's a lot of scumbags out there. Yeah, there's a lot. That's a long ass line. I don't know what number he is. I don't know what ticket he's holding, but
I never really understood his appeal, but that's me.
I mean, listen, if you grew up in the time, because I'm like 7 years younger than you, whatever. I grew up where it's like, hey, man, I get it. For one, he was a great promoter. He put a lot of good music out there, and plus, it was cool seeing a black mogul. I mean, you gotta keep in mind, you don't see a whole lot of black dudes of his level like that. So a lot of people were drawn in by that and supportive of that. There's if you grew up at the time, like some of the people that he produced, like Jodeci and people like that, he put some music out and it had a lot of appeal. Just when he first came out with Flavor in Your Ear, when he had Craig Mack do it, and then he had and he came in and did the remix with all the features on there. That you'd have to like be of that time to see it. But if you went into the music or if you didn't know what was going on with him, what's the appeal? I get it. But he did have a big cultural influence and impact. Let me see here. Ryan Hamilton. I can't tell the difference between. I don't see the difference between. Where did that Ja Rule or is that Morocco?
That's just Morocco mold.
Exactly.
That's just how I looked on the cartoon.
But would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.